morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. My name is Andrew Grossett and welcome to another edition of Rise and Grind. Today's subject, I'm just going to jump in and say this quite directly, quite blatantly and out there. It's time to set the compass to you. More importantly, it's time to set your compass to you. You see, I bump into a lot of people and we talk about a lot of things, and the thing that's a common strand right the way throughout more or less every conversation I have is that we're very good at being externally focused. So we're very good at putting our family first. We're very good at putting our friends first. We're exceptional at putting work first, but we're not very good at putting ourselves first. And whenever I get the opportunity to speak to people about this subject, I always get them to break it down and put it down like you would do a clock. So I say, right, well, imagine your life's a clock, and we take a look at this here and we go, right, we'll put the work cog in, because it's usually the biggest. It's the one that carries the most amount of responsibility. It's the one that pays for all the bills. So it's big, it's bright, it's shiny, it's important. In it goes. You know, then we've got family, yeah, because family is really important. So that's a big shiny one, and that's, you know, that's a must-have. So that cog gets slapped in there as well. Then you've got friends and family, other family members. So your friends and family, they go in there and they fit in there. That cog fits in there as well. And when you go through all these bits and pieces through people's lives, you know, all these cogs can, and the clock slowly but surely gets filled in, bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. And they always forget the you cog. And you see, the joke about it is, whilst you shunt you down your list of priorities and you put you quite neatly down the bottom, because that's what us martyrs of life do, you fail to understand one very simple thing, is that when you construct your clock and you've got all of your cogs slotted into it and they all fit there quite nicely, that clock does not tick until the U cog, no matter how small you decide to make it, is put into that clock, because it's the one cog that fits the power spindle, and it's the one cog that touches every other cog in there. You see, we are led to believe when we're young, sort of programmed that way, that putting ourselves first is selfish. We're led to believe that putting ourselves at the top of our priority is wrong. But in fact, actually, sometimes it's necessary. You see, if you don't ever reach the top of your priorities list, how do your dreams ever get fulfilled? If you don't reach the top of your list at some point, how does your happiness truly ever get taken into consideration? How does it ever really get to a point where it can be delivered? How does anybody else in your world really truly get to understand how to make that, or at least help that come about? I was speaking to a lot of people as well recently about relationships and the things that have gone right and the things that have not gone so well within them. You know, and we always get down to the priority rule 101. Communication is the key. Communication is the bit that makes all of our relationships work. Well, my question to them, and has also been to yourself and has been to myself for numerous amounts of times, is, did you ever honestly let the person that you were holding accountable for making you unhappy, did you ever categorically tell them what makes you happy? And when I say that, I don't mean that in an assumptive way. I mean that, did you ever sit them down and tell them exactly what it is that makes you happy? And then my next question to you after that is, When was the last time you told yourself? Now bear with me for a second here, because there is a point to where I'm going. A little while ago, and I think I covered this in a video earlier on, I got to a point where I asked myself what I'd like to do with my spare time, because I finally found myself in a position where I had some, and I didn't have an answer. I didn't have an answer because I simply didn't know, and it sparked a need to search, and search to find out things that I liked and to work out things that I didn't like. And then I started asking other people this question, and I found a lot of people are in the same boat. We spend so much time out there trying to please other people and find out what other people want and how other people want it, and when other people don't want us to do these things that they don't want us to do, that we don't actually spend any time with ourselves thinking, well, what do I like to do? Where do I want to go? How do I want to do it? And my point to going down this route here is quite simply, that ticket that you call happiness is written with the ink from the understanding of those subjects. If you don't know what makes you happy, you can't tell anybody else what will make you happy. Therefore, they can't possibly stand a chance at making you happy or helping to make you happy. And if that's the crux of our being on this world, if that's the thing that we're all aiming for, then it stands to reason it should be something that we all understand. You need to set the compass to you, so that you can be there for other people because you have been for yourself. So you can take care of other people because you have taken care of yourself. Putting yourself first isn't always selfish. Sometimes putting yourself first can be the most selfless action to those around you, those you hold dear, could possibly do. Anyway, that's me out for another week. Thank you so much for following the channel and the comments and the likes and the views. As always, feel free to like, share, comment and so forth. And as always, until next time, stay strong,